Hi, this is the installation of the model 15505, the Army desk. Okay, we start with the piece number 5L and 5R. Now we start with the 5R, the one with 2 rails. First, you need to put in 2 rails. Now we start with the 5R. Now remember, use the 2 short rail, not the long one, 2 short rail, and line up like so on the 5R, and the long one rail on the other side, which is the 5L. Now we start with the 5R by lining up using, as you can see there, the oval hole. Now we secure with a screw in like so in the center, and another one again on the oval hole, secure one screw in like so. Now we do the same thing for the second rail, exactly the same thing. One in the oval hole and the other one on another oval hole at the back. Now bear in mind, in this stage the rail must be like this. As you can see, the hook must be on this end, like there, one there and one there, and the vertical bar, as you can see there, to support the draw ladder must be on this side like so. Make sure you got the position right like that, and the hook in the front like so. It's very important you can choose the right rail to install in at this stage. Now as for the 5L piece, you install now, as mentioned before, a long piece of rail. Once again, we're using the oval hole to secure in the screw. And now we secure the second hole on the oval hole again. Make sure the hole and the screw is actually in the middle of the hole. Next, we install in by using a white piece, item number 9. And now we do the same thing as before, but this time we are putting also 2 short rail in, like so. Positions the hook on that side, like that. Okay, next we're going to do the second rail in, same as previously. Again, we're using the oval hole to secure in, 1 screw, one in the front and one at the back. Now bear in mind, at this stage, this piece, the hook must be in the position at the back like so. Make sure you check the rail properly, because it's very important for you to have it in position like so, so the rail can be fit in properly to avoid any uninstalled later again. Next, we install in 1 screw there on where you see a plastic ring, and 1 on this side. Now the piece 9 is actually now complete. Next, we're going to put in the piece number 10, joining the piece number 9 like so. Now before you put in, make sure you put the dowel in, 2 on the top and also 2 on the bottom, like there, as you can see. Okay, now we put in the white plastic button in order to lock it in, and we join it in like so. Now by using a flat screwdriver, we're turning clockwise to lock it in, 1 there and 1 that way. Same again, clockwise. Now the piece should look like that, and it's ready to install in. And again, we're putting 2 white plastic button in on the bottom on this piece, and now we spin it over and we'll lock it in, and we'll lock it in clockwise like so. Next, we put the long rail position like so. Now bear in mind, you put the rubber end on that side there and no rubber on the edge like so. And same again, we're going to use a screw and secure it in with on the overhaul in there, and one at the back again on the overhaul, so in the center. Next, we're using a piece number 3 and piece number 4, and we line up like that. And where you can see a plastic ring, we're putting 2 screw in, one there and one there. Next, we're putting the wooden dowel in on that side, one there and one on the bottom, like so. Now bear in mind, we put a wooden dowel in. Make sure you hammer in 60% in and leave 40% out, like so. And the end product should look about that height there, like that. 60% in, 40% out, like that. Now we flip the piece over and position like so. And before we put it tighten in, we put in the white button in. Now make sure the arrow is actually facing towards the direction of the screw, like that. One on each end, and should by now position like as you see, so. Now we put another 2 also on the other side. One at the bottom there and one over there. And again, remember to put the white button with the arrow facing where the screw going to come in. And now we turn. Now we turn clockwise in order to lock in. And one on this end, clockwise to lock in. Now we're using the piece 5R previously with the 2 rail installed. We flip it over and join in on the side, on this side of this piece now, like so. Give it a light tap, secure it in, make sure it's nice and tight. Now we lock in here in this position. One on top, lock in there, one at the bottom. Remember, we're turning clockwise, always clockwise to lock it in. If it doesn't fit in properly, give us a light tap and continues to lock. Make sure the gap is all nice and tight. It's very important for you to make sure it's all the button actually nice and tight. There's no gap in between. Next, we lock one more at the bottom on this side and also one at the back. And now on this side it's actually complete. And we move on to install the other side of the table. Now we flip the desk over at these positions and we put in the other side of the desk in. Before we put that, we put 2 wooden dowel in, like so. Remember, we hammer in 60% in, 40% out. Put one more on the top. Again, 60% in, 40% out. Like so. Next, we put in the white button in, the locking button. Remember again, arrow facing the hole where the screw is coming in, like so. Now next we put in the other side of the leg in, like so. Give it a light tap, make sure it's actually nice and tight. If it doesn't fit, loose the button a little bit in order for the screw to go in, and another light tap and tighten it up there, and 2 on the back side as well. One there and one at the bottom. Okay, by now the table is half completed, and looks like that.